Hey guys, Keen here with a little different video. We're going to be doing a little instructions or tutorial on how to get your splits and everything set up to auto split for Mo Astray. We'll start from a blank slate here and show you step by step the processes on what you need to do. You're going to need two different programs. You're going to need Livesplits and you're going to need Autosplit. Both of the programs will be linked in the description. You'll also need the split images to work with Autosplits. For Mo Astray, they are on the resource page on speedrun.com. And you can just go and download those. They have the any percent, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, all the split images right there for you. Those will be used with this program. We'll start out first by looking at Livesplits. When you get it, it will be blank, but setup is quite easy. You're just going to go to game name, type in Mo Astray. We're going to be doing chapter 1 as a example. So we'll have chapter 1 right here. You'll just type that in. The only two categories that they have set up in speedrun.com or in Livesplits is true end and neutral. Those are the full games. And then for segment name, you're going to type in each one of your chapters. So you have like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, or area 1, area 2, area 3, area 4, area 5, with the final boss being area 6. After you set that up, it's good to go. There's no activate or anything since we're using a third-party program to actually do the auto splitting. Next will be layout, because you won't be able to see your splits when you first get it set up. I recommend setting it up like this. You're going to want to have a title, splits, timer, previous segment, and sum of best. If you put those in there and you go to the setup, you're going to have title right here. If you want to just copy these settings, you're more than welcome. I find that to be the easiest way to really explain this part. And then we have splits. Splits will be 6, or if you're doing the any percent run, it's like 20 something. I don't remember the exact number. It's like 29 or 30-ish or something around there. Basically, you can like look at the splits in after you put them in, just count each one. It's like 6 times 4 plus 2, I think. I don't math. Then we have the timer, nothing real crazy there, previous segment, and sum of best. I also have a different color right here. The reason is I do transparency in OBS with Livesplits. If you do want to set this up, we'll take a look at that a little bit later in the video, but we're going to focus on getting everything set up for auto split first. So we have our stuff set up. Now you should have something like this right here with all of the chapter names, your timer, previous segments, and sum of best. Next thing we want to do is look at auto splits and see the global hotkeys. We're gonna click Livesplits and go to settings, and you'll see your hotkeys right here. The hotkeys can be anything that you want, but the main thing is that you need global hotkeys turned on. So make sure to turn on global hotkeys and match them up with each one of these things. In auto splits, it has split and undo split backwards. This confused me at first, but after sitting down and figuring out what was the problem, you just want to make sure that they match. So insert, delete, up, which is undo split. Make sure undo split is up, and then skip split down, skip split down. That is done with Livesplits. Livesplits is good to go. Now we can move over to auto splits and make sure that we have everything working there. For comparison method, you want L2 norm. This is going to be the best comparison that I found with the program, and you want to make sure that you have like show highest similarity and custom thresholds is set up. next we have to set up our split images. So as I said, the split images are on the resource page on speedrun.com. We're going to be using chapter 1 as an example. So we'll browse, we'll go to the chapter 1 file, and we'll hit OK. If we start it, you can see that this is the main screen where the timer actually starts. So as soon as the game actually sees that screen, the timer will automatically start as long as all of your hotkeys and everything are set up. Now we just need to set up OBS to get that to run. So we're going to add a game capture. And I already have one right here. We'll go to Properties, Mo Astray, and boom, we got Mo Astray set up. I play Mo on 1600 by 900. Let me move it over so I can show you. 1600 by 900. The reason for doing so is I like to see my splits on the same screen that I'm playing on. So in order to do that, I just shrink the game down a little bit. These are my settings for Mo. I also play with the lowest controller sensitivity. And yeah, that's pretty simple to set up Mo to be able to do this. You can do this on any resolution that you want. If you have other monitors or don't mind having your splits off to the side, that's fine. The main goal is to not have the splits on the screen itself, because you'll have to change your percentages for the similarity checks to get the auto split to work. So we have Mo here. We'll stretch it out so it actually fits the screen. Then we need to add auto splits, or live splits. Window capture. We have live splits right here. Boom. So we got our live splits and we have our gameplay. After this, we can basically, I guess I'll show you this really quick, just to get this transparent. As I said, I run transparency on my live splits just so it doesn't cover up a lot of the screen. You can kind of just like see it a little better. It looks cleaner and it won't like block the screen, especially if you have a camera and stuff like that as well. To do this, you're gonna go to Edit Layout on live splits, Layout Settings, and you want to click Solid Color. Come to color and do 70, 63, 63. After that, go and change each one of these to plain and make sure that this transparency bar is set all the way down on each one of them. After that, you'll get a live splits that looks all grayish. You'll go and set up a chroma key just by adding filter, chroma key, set to custom, select color, pick color, and you'll press anywhere right there on that to put the similarities all the way down, opacity all the way up, and then contrast, brightness, gamma, change however you want. I just leave them in neutral positions. When that is done, you'll have a transparent live splits just sitting over there in the corner. You can't really make it perfectly transparent, it seems, but it looks fine. Now to get auto splits good to go for the capture. What I like to do is go into studio mode. You're going to want to hide live splits, select region, and you'll capture the preview that doesn't have live splits on it. After that, make slight adjustments in the X, Y, and height and width categories. Get your face up to the screen if needed, because if they are off, it will mess up the splits. After you don't see, basically what I like to do is go till I see gray and then back off a little bit, and then we'll have our thing set up right there. So it's capturing this preview, but people are seeing the program like that. So like basically auto splits is capturing this, and your video recordings and everyone else that's, you know, your stream or whatever are watching this part of it. This is like the live broadcast. Live splits we're done with. Last thing to look at is going to be the split percentages. If you have numlock off and you press 0, it'll start your auto splitter and your timer. But if you put numlock on and you hit 0 on the numpad, it starts the auto splitter automatically, so you don't actually have to click it with your mouse. Just a little tip right there, unless you just want to manually click it. But these names, they look a little daunting at first, but they're actually pretty easy to understand. The first 3 numbers are going to be the split position. So this is like split number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. The next part of it, the 1-1, is going to be the area. So this is chapter 1, area 1, chapter 1, area 2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6. The third number, the 0.96, this is going to be your percentage value. This is looking for the similarity to make sure that it actually splits. So if we start this auto splitter, you see it's looking for a 0.96 similarity, but the screen currently is at a 0.79 similarity. If we move over to like other things, you might see like it changed. Now we're at a 0.86 similarity. When the game starts, it will start the timer, and you'll be able to just like sit back, let it do the work. If you have a problem with it starting, I always suggest sitting there and doing a playthrough on each chapter with the splits, or doing a full run with the any percent split. Doing this will let you check the similarities to make sure everything splits. If your brightness is different, or if your capture might be a little messed up or something like that, you might need to change these percentages. To do this, you're just going to rename it. And let's say in the program you have a 86%. For some reason, that's what the highest similarity is when it should have split. You'll go to that specific split image, and you'll say, we'll say like reset, and 86%, right? We'll start, boom. It immediately started splitting because that screen that we were looking at was already 86%. We'll bring this back to 96. They won't need to be changed that much, maybe like a percent here and there. The final number in it, you can't really see it there, but this 10 in brackets, what this is the delay, meaning that this is going to split and it will not split again for 10 seconds. I do this all around the board just to try to make sure that like nothing splits accidentally. I also don't put in between splits of just like dummy screens that are black. If you die or something like that, it goes to a black screen. You could accidentally get a split or something to get things messed up. So to keep it simple, it's just splits like this. But if you need to change it, you just adjust it as needed to make sure that it splits. As long as it splits for you, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. I believe that's, I think we covered everything. The only other thing to do would be like to set up your recording stuff, but I'm sure there's multiple tutorials on how to set up recording and the quality and stuff like that for videos on YouTube. There's no really a reason to do that. This was mainly to help people get into Astray speedrunning and how to set up this program. If you guys have any questions or any issues and need some help, you know, leave a comment or something about it, and maybe that's something that I can help out with. Besides that, I hope everyone, I hope this video helped you first off, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.